Otherwise, welcome, and we'll get started in just a few minutes. People are just entering now.
Hey, hi, Ellie.
Ellie gets such a warm welcome. Geez, Ellie.
I know. Olivia and I are matching today, so we're a little excited.
Olivia, I was happy to get my TGIF downstairs, so I already got my warm welcome from Olivia today.
Wait, you did?
I did. Remember?
Oh yeah, remember that.
Look, that's
oh,
you.
Yeah, look at me in that picture. Okay. So let's look back to the top.
All right, we're going to wait just about one more minute. I think we still have a few people coming in. Thanks so much for joining us. We are so happy to have you here. Today is a fantastic day. I know, Jacob and Olivia are agreeing with me. Thank you. Today is a fantastic day. Welcome to Forever Orange Week. Thanks for being a supporter of Syracuse University. And thanks for your interest in InclusiveU and the Tayshoff Center for Inclusive Higher Education. We are here to talk to you a little bit today about what life is like as an InclusiveU student, redefining inclusion. And we are so thrilled to tell you about it. Olivia already pointed out that she's in this photo. Chloe is too. We've got also Harry and Megan and Rexy. This is one of my favorite photos of InclusiveU. We have a lot of InclusiveU students on the Zoom with us today, but it seems like we also have a lot of alumni. We have some faculty and staff and students. This is a really fantastic group. So I'm so thrilled you can all be here. I'm Beth Myers. I'm a faculty member in the School of Ed. I'm also the executive director of the Tayshoff Center for Inclusive Higher Ed that oversees the InclusiveU program. So yay, I'm so glad you can be here. We're going to start off today without me talking. We're going to get to watch a video about InclusiveU. So we're just going to watch a fairly short, I think it's 5-ish minutes, maybe 5 or 6 minutes about InclusiveU. So you can kind of see what InclusiveU is all about. We're going to start with that, and then we're going to move right into some question and answers panel of some InclusiveU students and some friends. So let's get started. Every student deserves the opportunity to have the college experience to help them achieve their dreams. InclusiveU is an opportunity for students with intellectual disability to have a full college experience. So students earn a meaningful certificate from Syracuse University. Students declare a major. They participate in fully inclusive coursework. They can participate in college internships in real business opportunities. Students can participate in clubs and organizations. Students can live in residence halls. Our students have lots of peer opportunities and participate in attending athletic events.
My favorite things about SU was everything was my favorite. Being able to be with my friends, doing all these opportunities that I didn't think I was gonna do.
I love SU because it's fun, especially my favorite mascot, Otto.
Harry Dio. InclusiveU 2020. Go Cuse. Let's go our house.
I think the first time I met Harry was when he came in for orientation. He was a student who, just getting from one room to another, could easily get lost or confused. Harry became this student over 4 years who lived independently in the dorms. He became this student who could navigate campus on his own. When he walks across campus, he knows everyone. He is just a star.
The little kid, we love basketball a lot.
Harry started working with the men's basketball team as one of the student managers. Harry has always had this love of sports and athletics, and it fit right in with his career goals and also with his major. I think was something that was really just a dream come true for him.
Basketball manager. And coming out second is my boys are awesome.
And then his senior year, Harry participated in our senior internships. We know that for many of our students, getting a job after graduation is a really important goal for them. And it's an important goal for most college students. The internship year is something that we think is a really important part of our InclusiveU programming, that we help support students in choosing something that is tied to their career interests and is related to their major. All of these pieces really tie together for a student like Harry because he took courses in his major area of study, and so his major was exercise science. He worked with the men's basketball team throughout his college career, and he also did his internships in both the Barnes Center and the Manley Fieldhouse. So those internships really tied into what his career goals are. Often our students go to classes with a peer mentor that can help them with their schoolwork, who can help them organize their materials, help them participate in class, help them participate in group work, help them with their homework. Students can bring a mentor, or students can work with us to hire an SU student to be a peer mentor. We set up from the very beginning a peer-to-peer program. It's really expanded the social opportunities for students and really given them that extra first step in how to get involved. We're really proud of our program and how much it's grown in the last few years. 3 years ago, we had our first student who lived in the residence hall, and that was Megan.
When I started as a freshman at InclusiveU, I was very shy and I didn't really know anybody. I was the first person to live in the dorms.
We work with the InclusiveU students to figure out what kinds of supports they might need. Residential mentors are SU students who live in the residence halls and get matched up with our students based on their needs.
It was just really hard for me because I wasn't used to living away from home, but then I got really used to it after a while, and I stayed in the dorm, and I met a lot of nice people and everything who let me be who I am. Harry lived downstairs too, so we all hung out together all the time.
To see her graduating from Syracuse University and about to move into her own apartment, I'm just really proud. Cleo was our first Remembrance Scholar from InclusiveU. The Remembrance Scholarship is the highest honor at Syracuse University. And to have a Remembrance Scholar as an InclusiveU student is something that we actually didn't know could ever happen. I'm really proud to be part of Syracuse University because of their inclusive stance.
makes me feel good because they know like I've been supporting this college community here at Syracuse University because they know like I've been attending every event. My student organization campus involvement I was part of was Relay for Life. I was a recruitment chair. My sophomore year, I joined Sport Management Club, a student association I'm also part of. I liked it so I could like show my leadership.
No dream is too big just because somebody told you that you couldn't do these things, or just because you were nervous or scared doesn't mean that you can't go out and do these big things in your life, because these three prove that it's possible and you can do it too. This is a college campus where students with disabilities are really part of the full college experience.
I'll say I changed because I'm a grown-up person.
You can do anything that you want to do.
I love Syracuse. It is my life right now.
Okay. So that was just an overview of InclusiveU, featuring some of our fantastic students. You get kind of an idea of what we're all about here, what some of the opportunities are for our students, that they have full access to the college experience here at Syracuse. And it's really about the inclusive stance that Syracuse University has in making sure that our students have that full college experience. We're really proud of being part of that here. So let's talk to some students. We have a great group here today. We have a few volunteers. We actually have a lot of students on this call, but we have a couple of students that we've selected today to really talk to us as part of our panel. And those are Jack Legg. Jack, give a little wave. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
We have Chloe Payne.
Hi.
Hi, Chloe. We have Bobby Pangborn. Hi, Bobby. And we have our graduate assistant, Ellie Legg.
Hello, everyone.
Yay, Ellie!
Ellie's getting some cheers. Okay, so we have lots of other students on too who might be able to answer some questions for us, but I'm going to start out just by asking a couple of our students here. Maybe I'm going to start with Jack. Jack, can you tell me, why did you want to go to college?
The reason I wanted to go to college is to further my education and to study physical education and become a coach.
Oh, awesome. And is physical education your major at Syracuse?
Yes.
Awesome. That's really awesome. Chloe, how about you? Why did you want to go to college?
So I wanted to go to college because I want to work with students. I want to work with little kids when I'm like out of college.
Yeah. So is that your major?
My major is human development of family science. So I want to like work with kids, like younger kids when I'm out of college. So
yeah. And Bobby, how about you? Bobby's a graduate of our program. So Bobby graduated last year. Bobby, what made you decide to go to college?
One second.
Bobby had to take some time. Bobby's at work right now, and he had to step out from his office for a minute to do this. We really appreciate it, but now he's having a little bit of technical issues. So he might be able to join us for some questions, but maybe not. We'll be patient. Bobby, are you able to answer that question about why you decided to go to college?
Yeah, just to learn more.
Okay, you wanted to learn more. And Ellie, how about you? I'm going to ask you that one also anyway. So Ellie was not an InclusiveU student, but Ellie, can you tell us a little bit about why you went to college and what you decided to do at college?
Yeah, so I attended Syracuse University in my undergrad for inclusive early childhood and special education. So the goal is to become an early childhood educator. So Syracuse helped me get to that. So now I'm in the literacy education grad program here at Syracuse. Yeah, so just to be a teacher is why I went to college.
Awesome. And then how did you get involved with InclusiveU?
I got involved with InclusiveU. I actually didn't know about InclusiveU until my brother started applying Jack. So when I came to Syracuse, I didn't know much about it until I took Beth Meyer's class, SPE 311, my freshman year, and got involved with peer-to-peer and got to meet all these amazing InclusiveU students. So then with InclusiveU for 5 years now, which is crazy.
It's pretty awesome. So now Ellie is our graduate assistant. So come full circle, Ellie. It's pretty awesome. And now her brother Jack is in our program. So it's fun to have a brother-sister pair here with us. So why did you choose Syracuse? Jack, did you always know you wanted to go to Syracuse? Like, why did you pick Syracuse?
Yeah, I always wanted to go to Syracuse, because of InclusiveU, and I've been a fan of their basketball team my entire life. So always wanted to go to Syracuse.
Oh yeah, I think you're like a lot of people on this Zoom, Jack. You bleed orange, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know it. I know. How about you, Chloe? Why did you pick Syracuse?
Because I really love Syracuse because my mom went to Syracuse. So I always wanted to go to Syracuse because I love watching all the games when we play. And I love going to the dome with everybody. And it was a lot of fun.
Everybody has basketball fever right now too. So I think we're gonna get a lot of basketball answers. Bobby, how about you? Why did you pick Syracuse? Oh wait, hold on, Bobby, you're muted. Let me unmute you. Wait, I don't know if I can unmute you. There we go.
So anyway, 2 reasons. One, it's close to my house and it'll be easier to take a bus and walk there. And 2, my mom used to work at SU.
Those are both really good reasons. And
And
Ellie, how about you? Why did you pick Syracuse?
I picked Syracuse. I feel like Syracuse picked me, to be honest. I was just reading about different programs at different colleges and saw that Syracuse University, the education program, really fit my beliefs in teaching. So it just kind of was the perfect match for what I was looking to study.
You were the right fit, Ellie, for sure. All right. What's the best thing about college? What is the best thing about college? I'm going to start with you this time, Chloe. What's the best thing?
The best thing is I love going to Orange After Dark events with all my friends. It's so much fun. Freshman year, I was like kind of nervous, but now I'm a junior. I was like involved with more things than I was in freshman year, but now when Orange After Dark came along, it was so much fun. I got to meet a lot of new friends from all the events that I went to.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Who else on here loves Orange After Dark? Wave your hands if you like Orange After Dark.
Me.
I do.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of
Even
people on here who like Orange After Dark
Ellie.
for sure.
She's so nice.
Yeah, lots of fans of Orange After Dark on here. Jack, how about you? What are your favorite things about college?
The favorite thing about college is to go to events on campus, meeting new people, going to sporting events at the Dome. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Sporting events at the Dome, events on campus.
Mm-hmm.
Social life is a big part of college. I think those were some of my favorite things about college too. Ellie, how about you? Best thing about college?
Best part about college, I'd have to agree, meeting new people. You make a lot of great connections on a college campus. And also all the opportunities that I definitely would not have gotten without a university, like working and even just connections for networking. College campuses are great for that.
Yeah, good answer. Friends, opportunities. Awesome. Bobby, how about you? Best thing about college?
Like most of them, Orange After Dark and the sporting events.
Yeah, those are great ones. Nobody said Beth Myers, faculty member. All right, I'll let you all pass. Totally fine. I know you're all thinking it.
I'm in another group too, and it's called Crew. It's like a religion group, but anybody can go, and it's a lot of fun. That's why I met a lot of new friends there too.
Okay, so clubs and organizations, maybe that's another one too. Yeah, great. All right, here's a hard question. What's the hardest thing about college? What's the hardest thing about college? Bobby, can I start with you for that one? What was the hardest thing about college?
I'd have to say the pandemic.
Oh,
yeah, good answer.
That was a good answer. Yeah, for sure. I think that was my hardest in all the time I've been here. Chloe, how about you? What do you think is something hard about college?
Freshman year, I went into the wrong classroom with one of my mentors. It was so embarrassing. The first day, it's like, am I supposed to be in this class? They didn't call my name. And my mentor and I, when we left the class, we laughed about it and we went into the right classroom. That was embarrassing, but that was really hard.
Okay. Oh my gosh, Chloe, that's a great story. And what a really good example of something hard about college. I think like so many freshmen have that same experience for sure. Ellie, how about you? Something hard
It
about
happens
college?
to me still. Oh my gosh, this campus is so big. It's very confusing. So I'd say navigating campus is probably one of the hardest. But for me, I think time management, and I think that's something that everyone has to learn coming into college, is planning, okay, I'm in class, but I want to do social things, but I need to do homework too. So it's trying to find that balance of, time management and figuring out what works for you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Good one, Ellie. Jack, how about you? What's hard about college? Do you think anything is hard about college, Jack?
There is a couple things that are hard about college. It's like some classes are hard, and to navigate this big campus as well, because it's very confusing.
Yeah, some classes are hard. Can I ask you another question about that, Jack? When your classes are hard, do you have support for that?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So you have like a mentor who can help you, and there are people who can help you with your work?
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's, does that make it feel a little bit better?
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Hmm.
Yeah, but classes are still hard. College classes are hard stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me, Jack, some of the classes that you've taken?
Like couple of the classes I have taken is history, the history and marketing behind the Super Bowl.
That is a
was,
popular class. History and
Yeah.
marketing behind the Super Bowl.
yeah, that has been my favorite class so far. And how to teach individual and team sport.
How to teach individual and team sport. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, and sociology.
Sociology. Awesome.
Yeah. And the class I'm taking right now is social problems.
Social problems. Do you
Mhm.
like that one?
Yes, I do like that. I like that class with a professor. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going to ask Ellie now. Ellie, is this a trick question? Are you going to answer that my classes were your favorite classes? It's not. All right, I'm actually not asking what your favorite classes are. Just tell me some classes you've taken.
Yeah, but I do have to say, SP 311, your class was absolutely my favorite class. It was a great introduction to inclusivity and disability rights. So it was definitely an awakening kind of class, which was great.
Poor Ellie, I'm
so-
making her, forcing her to say it.
No. I loved it. But so since I was in a teacher prep program, I took a lot of like education classes on like how to teach science and how to teach math, which was very challenging because those are not my strong suits. But so classes like that, and one semester it's like our off semester from our education program, so we can kind of take anything. So I took a few geography classes, which were fun, and some history classes. There's a plethora of classes you can take to fit your degree. But yeah, I mostly took those education classes to get certified.
Awesome, thanks, Ellie. Chloe, classes that you've taken?
I took early children of play class. We learned about how children play together. I took,
That sounds like a fun one.
it was really fun. Right now I'm taking a photography class and it's a lot of fun. And I
Cool.
am taking a diverse issue of college adults class. We're learning about like how college students manage their time and how they are like coping with their stress and stuff like that.
Good, that sounds really useful, Chloe. Great. Bobby, how about you? What are some classes you took?
I took many theater classes like acting and singing, dancing. This
Yeah,
one class
theater.
I took was about the Beatles.
That class was awesome. I was jealous when you were taking that class. I wanted to take that class with you. It was a good one. What are some activities that you did when you were here, Bobby? What are some activities that you participated in? Or some extracurricular activities or some events you went to? What are some things that you did like for fun? Did you go to any games?
Yeah,
Did you go to any events?
yeah, like Orange After Dark.
Can you think of one Orange After Dark activity that you liked?
the trampoline park.
That one sounds awesome. Chloe, you already named a couple of different activities. Can you tell me some more? What are some things you're involved in or activities that you do or have done?
I was in a group called Otto's Empire Belly Dancing Troupe.
That one was awesome.
It is a lot of fun. I recommend for freshmen to join, and it's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of new people. So yeah, it's a lot of
Super
fun.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Jack, what are some activities that you've done?
I have done I'm in football analytics club where we talk about college and the NFL and talk about like the analytics behind it.
Oh, that sounds right up your alley.
Mm-hmm.
Any other activities that you do?
And peer-to-peer. And I have done a couple InclusiveU activities. And like InclusiveU sports where we play kickball together. Yeah.
Jack, do you organize some of those?
You lead sports talk.
I lead sports talk every Monday.
What is sports talk?
Sports talk is where we go on Zoom every Monday morning to talk about what has happened in sport the past week and weekend. We talk about sports.
It sounds like you might know a few things about sports.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah. Mhm. Ellie, how about you? What are some activities that you did when you were in college?
Yeah, so for undergrad, I was in this organization called First Year Players, and that is where first year students get to audition and be in a show, and all the upperclassmen are like the producers behind it. So it's for people who like theater but don't want to go into it as a major. So that was a lot of fun. I was also in I'm That Girl, which is kind of like a body positivity, like woman empowerment group. It was a lot of fun. We just kind of got together and did arts and crafts. That's mostly I was involved with, and I did peer-to-peer in undergrad as well. And now I'm running peer-to-peer now, which is a lot of fun. And what Jack was talking about, his sports talk, part of peer-to-peer, we have these things called interest groups. So students can join. Most of the interest groups are run by InclusiveU students who have an interest. So we have sports talk, TV talk, we do coffee chats on Fridays. We play Among Us on Thursday nights, which is a video game. So it's kind of just like student-led, whatever they're interested in this semester. We're like, sure, let's get it going. And we try to make it happen. So that's always been really fun this semester and last semester, especially in the pandemic. A lot of these are kind of on Zoom or socially distanced, like our InclusiveU sports. We try to play kickball, socially distanced, or socially distanced football. So that's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Ellie, maybe this is a good time for you to tell us just a little bit about peer-to-peer and what it is, and maybe for people in the audience who don't know.
Yeah, so peer-to-peer is kind of like a sub-program of InclusiveU. It works with the SP 311 class and any InclusiveU student who wants to participate. So the SP 311 students, those are matriculated students. So they're taking a full course load at Syracuse. They get partnered up with an InclusiveU student, and it's purely social, just to get that social connection onto SU's campus. So I participated in it my freshman year and was partnered with Caitlin, and we are still friends to this day. So it's just kind of a way for InclusiveU students to get to know matriculated students on campus and vice versa. So it's this really great network that we've created between SU students and InclusiveU students to really get that social interaction. So that's where we go to that Orange After Dark events together, sporting events. It's just kind of overreaching on campus events and everything.
Awesome. And Ellie does so much more than that, though. She really like organizes a whole team of students to help facilitate social integration across the whole college campus and does a fantastic job.
Love my peer trainers, could not do this job without them. So they're just kind of there to make sure that people are socializing, and if they need help getting to events, they're there for kind of a support. So we have, I think there's 6 of them. 3 of them are InclusiveU students and 3 are matriculated students, which is really great.
Yeah, really terrific. Okay, so now I'm going to switch over to a housing question. Where do you live? Do you live on campus in the dorms? Do you live at home? Do you live in an apartment? And what's that like? So who wants to go first? Chloe, why don't you start?
Yeah. Now I used to live in a couple of dorms. I used to live in Watson, Haven Hall, and then now I live in an apartment on 805 Comstock, where the women's building is. I live across from there. What I learned how to cook for myself, and it's very helpful to have some people to help me cook, as well as I learned by myself. When I'm graduated, I'll have my own apartment and I'll cook for myself. So it's a lot of fun having an apartment, but it's a lot of work. You have to like clean, but it's like a lot of fun doing, like having an apartment to see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of learning, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how about you, Jack? Where do you live?
I live at home, and I commute to Syracuse. I live at home.
You live at home with your parents?
Yes.
And so you drive into the university sometimes for classes? Well,
Yes.
okay. Yeah. And how's that?
That's good.
Yeah. You feel like that's the best move for you right now?
Yes, for right now, yes.
Okay, good. Bobby, how about you? Where do you live?
Right now, I'm living at home.
Right now you're living at home after graduation. And it's close, so you can walk to work? Okay.
And I'm thinking about moving to an apartment.
Thinking about getting your own apartment?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty awesome. That's great. Can I ask a question? I see Olivia and Jacob. I see you guys on the screen, and you're both in a dorm room right now, I think, right?
Yes, we are. We're in Sadler Hall right now.
You're in Sadler Hall right now. And in Sadler, so you guys are living currently in the dorms, right? In the residence halls in Sadler.
Yes, we both are.
Yes, we both are.
What's that like for you?
Guess I will.
Do you like living in the dorms?
I do. It's really good with a lot of InclusiveU like friends. And I live with Maggie on the 7th floor, Jacob on the 8th floor that I'm on right now. And it's really good, like a lot.
Awesome. That's great. Olivia, this is your 3rd year living in the dorms, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. And Jacob, what year is this for you?
This is my first year. I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman. So how's your first year living away from home been?
Yeah, at first was kind of rough because I'm used to going to camp, spend a week, but this is more than a week. So it was really hard for me at first.
Yeah. It's a big change moving away from home and living in
Yeah.
dorms, right?
Yeah, and my best friend was there, and she helped me right through it.
Me.
Yeah, and she's a great friend. And I do have a roommate. I did have two. The two of them are Haley Owens. I had like the first month, and things went way down south.
Okay.
I'm not going
And so do you have Jacob, can I ask you a question? Do you have a residential mentor?
Yes. One
So your
as
residential mentor is,
yes, I have one as a Kevin is my roommate. Plus he's not assigned to me, but Sarah is really assigned to me
And me.
and Olivia.
so you have residential mentors to help support you in the dorms?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, that's terrific. All right, thanks, guys. I just wanted to pop in and ask you that question.
You're welcome.
Thanks for
you.
providing some
Thank you.
info about living in the residence halls.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, next question. What do you hope to do after you graduate? Chloe, I think you already told us, but I'm going to ask you again. What do you want to do after you graduate?
I want to work with kids when I'm older and stuff. Like when I'm out of college, I really want to like go work at the daycare, and I want to like maybe I was a volunteer at Upstate for a little bit, but when the pandemic hit, I couldn't really volunteer with all this. So after college, I want to work in the medical field with kids, like the cancer patients with their children, like if they're really scared at the hospital. I want to work there.
Okay, so you want to work at the pediatric hospital or the daycare center is what I hear you saying. Yeah, those sound like really great jobs for you. And it sounds like you're really in a great major for you to prepare for that.
I'm excited.
That's terrific. And Bobby, you are already working. You graduated last year. Can you tell us a little bit about your job? Where are you working and what are you doing?
All right. I work at the Whitman School of Management. And I work at the Mail and Copy Center. I do copy jobs and sort mail, hand out packages, and paychecks.
I've heard, Bobby, that you are really, really good at your job. Heard excellent things about the work you're doing over there. So keep it up.
Thank you.
Jack, how about you? What do you want to do after you graduate?
If I graduate, I want to like I want to be a coach. I want to be a coach and like go to like work or be a coach.
For any particular sport, Jack?
For like basketball or football.
Basketball or football? That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
You know a lot about sports, so that's a good field for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Ellie, how about you? What do you want to do when you graduate?
I'm currently applying to jobs, so hopefully I'll know soon. The goal is to be a elementary teacher. The dream job is to be a co-teacher in a classroom, to be the special ed teacher in a co-taught classroom. So I've been looking at jobs like that. So hopefully we'll know soon.
Sounds like a good fit, Ellie. All right. I think that we got all of the questions that were on my list. So I think we could possibly put some questions. I'm open to have some questions in the chat. So if people want to put questions for our panelists in the chat, I'm happy to field some of those. If there are questions for our panelists, I'm happy to take questions in the chat there. And I'm also happy to sort of ask or answer some additional questions. I also wanted to give a shout out. I've noticed that we have a few other of our InclusiveU alumni on here. I see Harry. Hi, Harry. I see that Micah is on here. So we've got Harry and Micah. Someone has a question for Harry. Is Q's going to win? Harry?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hi, Harry. We want to
Hey,
know,
what's up?
is SU
So,
going to win?
Yes, because my boys told me today that Syracuse playing basketball is a really, really good team. And if it was me, I'd be so happy to see play behind about Syracuse is a really a big game. Mom. Sorry, my mom is you know.
Hi, Harry.
So hey Cody.
Colette, you can't interrupt this important answer.
Yeah,
we've got Q's by a million on here. So
okay, so yeah. And Syracuse is going to win tomorrow because my guys are so happy because buddy behind the community is giving me happy tears in my eye. I really miss Buddy to be here for years. Like
that's right. We got Buddy Boeheim. What else do we need?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, this big game.
That's exactly right. Thanks for the answer, Harry. Harry is our official expert on here. Terrific. Thanks, Har. Okay, any other questions? Comments for our panelists? Sally wanted to know if it would be available for viewing afterwards. It is being recorded. It will be available for viewing. We'll post it on our Tayshoff Center YouTube channel. You can also get more information. We posted in the chat our Tayshoff Center YouTube so that you can get the video that we played at the beginning. We also put our Tayshoff Center email address. Let's see. I'm hoping, Carly, can you put our Tayshoff Center website on here into the chat, please? Oh, Pauline wants to know, where is your favorite place to eat on campus? Your favorite place to eat. You could maybe pick your favorite place to eat or your favorite dining hall, one or the other. Which one do you want to pick? Chloe, where's your favorite place to eat?
I love Shine Student Center. There's a lot of places that you can eat. My favorite place is Core Life. It's really good.
Brand new, so fancy, the new core at Shine.
It is.
I know, we've got some enthusiastic fans of the new core at Shine. Yes, for sure. Ellie, you have a favorite place to eat?
Ooh, this is tough. I'd have to say Shine for sure on campus, but off campus, I gotta go with Varsity Pizza. Best pizza around for sure.
Agreed. I'm gonna pick that also. Jack?
I also have to say, for like off campus, varsity, but like on campus, I have to say, Science Student Center. With
You're
the,
also picking Shine? Oh my gosh,
yeah.
all these people picking Shine. Okay.
Yeah, with the Core Life. I love Core Life.
Everybody's liking the new core. It's only been open like a week. Everybody's picking it. Okay. If you haven't been there yet, you gotta go. Bobby, how about you?
I'd have to go with Goldstein on South Campus.
Oh, Goldstein on South. I was going to pick Goldstein on main campus, but that's the faculty dining place that I really like. Okay. All right, Bobby, you're picking Goldstein on South. That's a good one. They have good donuts there, don't they?
They also have a Burger King there.
Oh, I see. All right, good one. Okay. Let's see. Great answers. Sally says, are all the students on the Zoom from New York? Are there any students from out of state? So let's see. Good question. Chloe, you're from New York, right? Bobby, you're from New York, right?
Yeah.
And Ellie and Jack, you're both from New York, right? I think we
Yes.
just randomly picked people from New York, but not all of our students are from New York. I actually see Thomas on here. Thomas, you're from New Jersey, right? Yep. I see we have a couple of students on here that are from different places. So not all of our students are from New York. And in fact, as our program has grown and become more popular and more well-known and has really gained quite a reputation nationally, we have gotten many more applicants from out of state. We have a really wide range of students applying for out of state slots for next year from as far away as Washington State. So we have a lot of out of state students, particularly for our applicant pool for next year. And we are expecting, I should probably say this, we are expecting probably to have about 100 InclusiveU students for next fall. And Sam answered, we currently have students from New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and California. Thanks for the answer, Sam. Okay. Oh, Nate, so nice to hear from you on there. Nathan is one of our students joining us remotely this year. We have some students doing a hybrid, some students remote, some students here in person. It's been a weird year with COVID. Yeah, we're so thrilled to have students be able to be in the residence halls. It really opened up so that it wasn't just local students who could access this program. Terrific. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
You
guys.
too.
Thanks everybody.
Have a good
Go
weekend.
Orange.
Yeah, I see you at the seminar.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
I miss you guys.
Bye.
You guys are awesome.
Good night.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye everyone.
Bye.